Have you ever felt like you're working harder than ever, but your bank account just isn't reflecting your effort? It's like you're stuck in a cycle of doing everything you're supposed to do, but still not seeing the results. Does it ever feel like no matter how much you hustle, something is holding you back from true financial success? What if I told you there's one brutal habit you have that's keeping you poor, and it's not because you're lazy or unqualified? The truth is, it's your mindset about money. Today, I'm going to help you break free from that habit, shift the way you think, and show you how to build the financial life you deserve. This isn't about quick fixes or empty promises. We're diving into real, actionable steps that will change your relationship with money forever. Stay with me, because this could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Let's unlock your financial freedom, starting today. Let me tell you something. You have a habit, a brutal one, that's keeping you stuck in financial struggle. And the worst part, you don't even realize you have it. It's not a matter of working harder or earning more. It's your mindset about money that's holding you back. You see, most people operate from a scarcity mindset. They believe there's never enough money, never enough opportunities. They focus on what they don't have, and that belief shapes every financial decision they make. But the truth is, the most successful people operate from an abundance mindset. They see opportunity everywhere. They believe there's always enough if they're smart enough to find it and make it work for them. That shift in thinking is the key to financial freedom. Think about it. What you believe about money shapes the way you live your life. If you believe there's never enough, you're likely stuck in a cycle of fear and insecurity. And when you're stuck in that cycle, it becomes almost impossible to make decisions that lead to long-term wealth. The shocking truth is, most people are living with these poor money beliefs without even realizing it. It's everywhere: advertisements, social media. Even family members may reinforce the idea that money is limited, that it's always a struggle. But here's the reality: if you don't change the way you think about money, nothing in your life will change. The biggest issue with a scarcity mindset is that it forces you into survival mode. You're only focused on getting by today, on making sure the bills are paid, on just staying afloat. When you're in survival mode, you can't think long-term. You can't make moves that will set you up for future success because you're so focused on short-term needs. This kind of thinking is sabotaging your wealth. But here's the good news: it's not too late to change. The first step is simple. Start shifting your mindset from survival to growth. Instead of focusing on how little you have, start looking at how much you could have if you were thinking long-term. Start seeing opportunities, not obstacles. Once you make this shift, everything else begins to change too. Your financial decisions, your habits, your actions, everything starts aligning with the person you want to become. And that's when you'll start building the wealth you've always wanted. Let me tell you something. Every decision you make about money today has a lasting impact on your future. That's the hard truth. The habits you form now are either building your wealth or digging a hole deeper than you realize. What you do with your money today is an investment in your tomorrow, whether you like it or not. The problem is, most people don't even know that their financial habits are hurting them. Every time you make a bad decision, every time you choose short-term relief over long-term growth, you're planting seeds. And let me ask you, are you planting weeds or fruit? Because that's what your money habits are like. They're either going to grow into something that feeds you or something that chokes the life out of your future. You see, we live in a society that reinforces bad money habits. Look around you. Culture, family, even the media are constantly shaping how we think about money. We're taught to value immediate gratification, to want things right now. Get rich quick, they say. You deserve it, they say. But what they don't tell you is that these quick fixes don't last. They leave you empty with nothing but regret. Shortcuts never lead to lasting success. The truth is, the financial struggle you're facing right now is a vicious cycle. You work hard, but you don't understand the real rules of wealth. You think that hard work alone will get you ahead, but it doesn't. If you don't understand how to manage your money, if you don't learn how to make it work for you, it will control you. Every time you ignore the rules of wealth, you dig yourself deeper into that hole. Working hard without understanding the game will get you nowhere fast. And let me tell you, this habit, this cycle is dangerous. The longer you keep planting those weeds, the harder it is to turn things around. What starts as a small mistake can grow into a giant obstacle. Your financial future is at risk, but it's not too late to change. If you can start shifting your mindset today, start planting the right seeds, seeds of wisdom, patience, and long-term thinking, you can turn things around. But if you keep following the same pattern, expecting different results, you're only setting yourself up for a lifetime of struggle. The biggest mistake you can make right now is to keep pretending that your financial situation will improve on its own. It won't. The world will not suddenly hand you an opportunity. The bills will keep coming, the stress will keep growing, and you will stay stuck if you don't take control. You have to understand, if you don't master your money, it will control you. If you don't learn to make your money work for you, it will continue to take from you piece by piece. But you don't have to stay stuck. The key is knowledge, the key is taking action, and the key is breaking free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Start learning the rules of money, shift your mindset, and begin planting seeds for your financial future. Your wealth won't grow overnight, but every right decision you make today gets you closer to the life you want to live. Let that sink in. Your future is shaped by the seeds you plant today. What will you plant? Have you ever felt like you've hit a wall when it comes to your finances? Maybe you're struggling to see a clear path forward, or you feel like your financial dreams are just out of reach. Let me tell you something, you don't have to stay stuck. Today is the day you stop waiting for things to change and start making it happen. You don't need a miracle, you need a plan. In this speech, I'm going to break down how you can create your own blueprint for financial success. This is more than just motivation. This is about giving you real, actionable steps to take control of your finances and transform your financial future. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is the key to turning your dreams into reality. First things first, what do you want? I mean, really, what is your financial vision for your life? What are the things that are important to you? A home? A business? Freedom from debt? It's easy to get overwhelmed with the daily grind and lose sight of the bigger picture, but the most successful people are the ones who start with a clear, defined vision of what they want. Without a vision, you're just drifting. You need to know exactly where you're headed. Defining your long-term financial goals will give you direction and purpose. It's about looking past the paycheck to paycheck cycle and dreaming bigger. Your financial vision could be owning your dream house, retiring early, traveling the world, or building a business that allows you to live life on your terms. Whatever it is, it needs to be clear, measurable, and powerful enough to push you forward. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools you have. You see, when you can clearly picture your financial future, you start to see the steps to get there. It's like setting a destination on a map. If you want to get somewhere, you need to know where that place is. You have to turn your dreams into concrete plans. Take time to imagine what your ideal financial life looks like. Visualize yourself debt-free, investing in your future, and living with abundance. The more detailed and vivid your vision is, the more motivated you will be to act on it. Now that you have a clear vision, it's time to build the roadmap, the personal blueprint for wealth. This is where the rubber meets the road. No one can build wealth without a strategy, and you can't rely on luck or shortcuts. Wealth building is a process that requires practical, consistent actions. Start with budgeting. If you're not tracking where your money is going, how can you expect to control it? A budget is simply a plan for your money, where it's going and where it needs to go. This is the foundation. It helps you prioritize your spending and make sure your money is working for you, not against you. Next, debt management. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles people face on their financial journey. If you're in debt, you're essentially giving away your future earnings. A strategy for paying down debt should be part of your financial plan. Start by attacking the highest interest debts first, or use the snowball method, paying off smaller debts first to build momentum. Whichever strategy you choose, make it a priority to eliminate your debt. Saving and investing are the next key components of your financial blueprint. Saving for an emergency fund, retirement, or big purchases should always be a part of your plan. But saving alone won't build wealth. Investing is what grows your money over time. Look into opportunities that align with your risk tolerance, whether that's stock markets, real estate, or small business ventures. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Now that you have the key components, it's time to get specific. Actionable steps for creating your financial plan include setting a budget, cutting unnecessary expenses, creating an emergency fund, tackling debt, and beginning to invest. Don't try to do it all at once. Start with one step at a time. Progress is progress, no matter how small. The hardest part of any journey is staying on track. Building wealth doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, discipline, and effort. This is where tracking your progress comes in. If you're not checking in on your financial plan, you'll never know if you're on the right path. Set regular check-ins, weekly, monthly, or quarterly, to review your goals and see if you're making the progress you want. You might have to make adjustments along the way, and that's okay. The key is to stay flexible and adapt to changes in your life. Think of your financial journey like steering a ship. If the ship is on course, it's easy to stay on track. But if you're off course, you need to make small adjustments to get back on track. One small change, whether it's adjusting your budget, making an additional payment on debt, or shifting your investments, can make a huge difference in the long run. The best part? You don't need to do this alone. Surround yourself with resources, mentors, and tools that help keep you focused and on target. You are the captain of your financial journey, and you have the ability to course correct when necessary. Now here's the part that most people overlook: investing in yourself. You cannot build lasting wealth without personal growth. The most successful people are those who never stop learning. Knowledge is power, and when you invest in your own education, you are setting yourself up for success. Read books on finance, take courses, find a mentor who has walked the path you're trying to follow. You are your greatest asset. Whether it's learning about money management, wealth building strategies, or personal development, your investment in your own knowledge will pay off for years to come. Remember, the road to wealth is not just about money, it's about growing into the person who can handle that wealth. Personal growth and wealth building go hand in hand. You must become the person who is capable of creating and sustaining wealth. So let's recap. To create a plan for financial transformation, you need to first clarify your vision. What do you want your financial future to look like? Then create a blueprint for wealth by implementing strategies like budgeting, debt management, saving, and investing. Track your progress regularly and adjust as needed, knowing that small changes make a big impact. And finally, invest in yourself. Continuous learning and personal growth are the key to lasting wealth. If you want financial freedom, it's time to take control. The plan is simple, the steps are clear, and your success is waiting. Let's get started. Have you ever felt like the road to success is just too long? Like no matter how hard you work, you're still not getting the results you want? It's frustrating, right? But here's the truth. Real wealth, real success doesn't come overnight. It takes time, effort, and most importantly, persistence. If you're tired of seeing others succeed while you feel stuck, I'm here to tell you, it's not about the speed at which you move, it's about staying the course. Today I'm going to share why patience and persistence are the real keys to lasting success. So let me ask you, are you ready to trust the process and put in the work? Because what I'm about to share with you could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Let's get one thing straight. Wealth doesn't happen overnight. You've probably heard success stories about people who made it big in a year, or saw someone hit it big after a few lucky breaks. But those stories are the exceptions, not the rule. For most people, building wealth is a long game. It's a slow, steady process of small wins over time. The road to financial freedom is not fast, and it's certainly not easy. You'll face setbacks, struggles, and obstacles along the way. But here's the truth. If you stick with it, if you remain consistent and patient, you will make progress, and that progress compounds. You don't see it right away, but every small step forward adds up. If you plant the seeds today, they'll grow into something powerful tomorrow. Think about it. Some of the wealthiest people in the world didn't get there by taking shortcuts or rushing the process. They understood that building something real takes time. They stayed the course, weathered the storms, and stuck with their vision. You have to do the same. It's not about the quick wins, it's about the long-term vision and the daily work. Let me tell you a little story about the power of persistence. There's a story of a man who invested in stocks, one small investment at a time. He didn't go for big, risky moves. He wasn't looking for a quick win. No, he kept putting money into his investments. Month after month, year after year, people thought he was crazy. They asked him why he wasn't taking bigger risks, why he wasn't chasing the latest trends. But he knew something they didn't. Consistency wins. Fast forward a few decades, and that man's small, consistent investments turned into millions of dollars. What he understood was that wealth isn't built on huge leaps. It's built on the consistent steps you take day in and day out. The same principle applies to your financial journey. It's about doing the right thing even when it feels like nothing is happening. Keep investing, keep saving, keep learning. Over time, you'll see the payoff. Here's the reality. You will face setbacks. There will be moments where it feels like all your efforts are in vain. Maybe you make a bad investment, or an opportunity falls through. Maybe you make a mistake that sets you back financially. It's easy to get discouraged, to think that you've failed. But here's the key. Setbacks are not failures. They are growth opportunities. When you experience a setback, it's not the end of the road. It's simply a moment for you to learn and grow. Every successful person has faced failure. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is how they respond. Failure is not permanent unless you let it be. It's just a temporary roadblock on your path to success. If you've made a mistake, own it. Learn from it. What can you do differently next time? How can you improve? Use setbacks as fuel for growth. They're stepping stones on your journey, not stumbling blocks that keep you stuck. So how do you bounce back from mistakes? First, stop beating yourself up. It's easy to get trapped in guilt or regret, but that only holds you back. Instead, focus on what you can learn. Take a step back, analyze the situation, and figure out what went wrong. Was it a lack of research? Was it impatience? Whatever it is, understand that the lesson is more valuable than the loss. Then, make a plan to move forward. Mistakes don't define you unless you let them. The key is to take what you've learned, adjust, and keep going. This is where persistence comes into play. Every time you face a challenge or stumble, you have a choice. Let it stop you, or use it to push you forward. Let me tell you something. Those small setbacks you're facing, they don't have to keep you down. They can be the very thing that makes you stronger. They're giving you the tools you need to succeed. So don't quit, don't give up. Keep going, keep learning, and keep improving. Building wealth isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And while it's tempting to want quick results, true success takes time. The key is persistence and patience. Keep taking action, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Be consistent, bounce back from your mistakes, and keep your eyes on the long-term vision. The road to financial freedom isn't easy, but it is so worth it. Stay persistent, stay patient, and keep moving forward, one step at a time. The best is yet to come. The time for change is now. You've heard the lessons, you've understood the challenges, and now it's time to act. You're standing at the edge of your future, and the choices you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. Too often we wait for the perfect time. But let me tell you something, there is no perfect time. The best time to start is always now. The question isn't whether you can change, it's whether you will choose to. Today is your turning point. The power to transform your financial destiny is in your hands. It doesn't matter where you've been or how stuck you felt. What matters is that you take control now, because the longer you wait, the longer you remain in the same place. But if you act, if you take those first steps today, you begin the journey toward lasting financial freedom. Let's dive into the core message one last time. This isn't just about changing your financial situation. It's about taking control of your future. It's about making decisions that shape your life for the better. The truth is, you already have the power within you. It's all about shifting your mindset, committing to small, consistent actions, and taking the steps that will move you forward. You've learned that real wealth is built over time, that persistence and patience are key. You've seen how small habits compound into massive results. And now, it's time to act on that knowledge. The ball is in your court. You can't afford to sit back and wait anymore. The time for change is now. So what's the next step? What's one thing you can do right now to start changing your financial future? Maybe it's creating a simple budget. Maybe it's paying off a small debt. Maybe it's reading one chapter of a personal finance book. Whatever it is, start small, but start. The action you take today doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be something. Once you take that first step, momentum will build. Remember, nothing changes without action. You can plan all day, you can dream all day, but without taking action, nothing will move. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll keep waiting forever. But if you start now, you'll have already begun creating your future. Start with one small action, but stay committed to your journey. It doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you keep moving. The biggest mistake you can make is to think that the small steps don't matter. They do. They add up. Your future is built by the decisions you make today. Don't let fear or doubt stop you. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and you have the power. Now it's time to take action. Your financial future is not defined by your past. It's not defined by what you've done before, or how many mistakes you've made. It's defined by the decisions you make now. So go out there, take control. You are the author of your own story, and today you start writing the next chapter. The future you want is waiting for you to create it. Start now.